I'm Vinny Falcone. I've been coming to Rolling Hills here now for about 2 years. I have a son, 23-year-old son, and I have 3 daughters, 15 and twin 13-year-olds. I grew up going to church. I was baptized as a baby and grew up going to church, but I didn't really grow up in a Christian home. You know, going to church was just something that we did. Then I got remarried and moved to Colorado, started going to church again, and started to feel a little bit of the stirring inside of me. I was really feeling like God was talking to me. After a while, I moved here to Tennessee and went to a few churches on and off, and still there was that longing. I think it was inside of me, but I don't think it hadn't really manifested yet. It hadn't really come out. It's not a big boom lightning strike moment for me. It was just over time. I kept feeling the pangs. I kept feeling myself, being drawn to God. And then it just listening to the teachings, and I think the one that really got me was a couple of weeks after I'd been here, and Jeff had given a lesson on being saved by grace, and it was about the different theologies, and I heard that, and it was like it was kind of a lightning strike moment. It was probably more like a firecracker moment than a lightning strike, but still, it was a moment where I heard my brother, who was a pastor, saying, you're saved by grace. You're not saved. You don't get saved because you donate tons of time and money and do all these great things. You're saved by God's grace. You're saved because you asked for it. I went home after that and I cried. I'm a crier, and I prayed, and it just, doors opened, and life just became so much clearer to me. I had a tendency, before all this, to see my life as what I don't have, what I'm missing, glass half empty kind of life, and now I see my life differently. I see it as what I do have, what I can give, what is good in my life. When I was thinking about it, I know I wanted to be baptized. My daughter was baptized about 4 or 5 months ago, and we had gone through the baptism class together, and I heard a lot of things that made a lot of sense. When I was brought up, you were baptized as an infant, and you had to get baptized, otherwise you couldn't go to heaven. Learned later on, like I say, through the teachings here, and through actually, reading on it and studying on it, learning that no, that's not what it's about. It's a conscious decision that you make as an adult, but it's also a kind of a family gathering thing that baptism is, I think, where you die to your old self and you raise to your new self, your new life, and in Christ, and it just kind of all kind of blended together and mixed together, and I really felt, when I came up, and I really felt real joy, I really did, and I don't know if you could see it or if you could sense it, but I really felt it. My worry about being baptized as a child, and all these people getting baptized as younger, and I'm this old guy getting baptized older, and I thought about the path. We're all on the same path. We're all on different places on this path, and it reminds me of my children. I have twin daughters, and they'll get mad because I'm talking about them, but they were born 3 minutes apart. Yet one child, one of my daughters, was walking around at 9 months. She was actually running at 9 months, and her sister didn't start to walk or talk until she was 14 months old. They both got to the same place. They both got to walking and talking. It just, they got there at different times. They were on the same path. And I equate that with this. It's like my time wasn't then. My time was now. And again, I'm not questioning it now. There was a part of my life there was a time in my life that I would question that, and it's like now I don't question it. Now it's like, if now's the time, now's the time.